consider this question or this equation on the board. Propane gas burning oxygen gives us carbon dioxide and 4 molecules of water. All right, now what are we asked to use this equation for? We are asked if 0.1 mole of propane, which is C3H8, was completely burnt, what volume of CO2 will be produced at S.T.P? S.T.P simply means standard temperature and pressure. And we know that the volume of standard temperature and pressure is 22.4 dm cube. 1 mole of a gas is equal to 22.4 dm cube under standard temperature and pressure, right? So we are asked what volume of CO2 will be produced when the mole of propane is 0.1. Now, simply, what are we going to do? We are asked to calculate for the volume of CO2 that we produce. First of all, if you look at this, you can see the ratios. There are ratios in which CO2 and methane are combining, are producing in this particular compound. And the ratio is 1 mole, or we can call it 1 ratio of propane gives us or produce 3 mole of CO2, right? 1 mole of propane gives us 3 mole of that. Now, this comes from the equation. Now, from the question, we are told that propane is now 0.1 mole of that same propane will give us how many mole of CO2? Remember, we are asked to calculate for the volume, but remember that 1 mole of a gas is equal to 22.4 dm cube. So we want to first of all know the mole of gas, and then we equate it to the standard temperature and pressure. So what we simply do, how to solve for x here? X equals to 0.1 times 3. 0.1 times 3 divided by 1. This will simply give us 0.3 mole of CO2. So what this simply means is if 0.1 mole of propane is combust in oxygen, the number of mole of carbon dioxide that will be produced is 0.3. Now, what is the volume? This is just the mole. What is the volume? Remember that 1 mole of a gas, in this case, the gas is carbon dioxide, CO2, produces the volume of 22.4 dm cube. 1 mole of a gas is the standard, right? That is a standard rate at which the gas will produce. But in this question now, we are told that the number of mole that was produced is what? 0.3 mole of that same gas. Now, how many volume? Why dm cube? How many volume of that same